So I'm going to do another quiz in the official quiz book by Bruce Nash from 1978. Testing my Superman savvy. This one is costume capers. My plunge into this acid vat proves that even the strongest acid can't harm my super costume. Look, even the sharp claws and teeth of powerful animals can't rip his super suit. Wow, now Superboy is standing in the middle of a bonfire. Flames can't burn his super clothing. Out of what indestructible material was Superboy's costume made? I think it was his baby blanket. The blanket that he arrived on Earth in. How was the material cut and sewed if it was supposed to be invulnerable? I think that Ma Kent simply unthreaded it. She was able to unthread it, and then Superboy or whatever was able to cut it with his X-ray vision. Who sewed Superboy's costume? Ma Kent. How did Superboy make his boots? And that's a great question. I don't know. What did Pa Kent find in the wreckage of Superboy's spacecraft to use as the Boy of Steel's belt? Seatbelt? I don't know. Superboy's heat vision kept melting the glass lenses in his Clark Kent spectacles. How did he finally manage to solve this problem? He found some pieces of glass in the wreckage that were about the right size that he could fashion lenses. What was the final item added to Superboy's costume? The cape. Why didn't Superboy need to make a larger costume as he grew into a man? It was stretchy. Where does Superman keep his costume hidden when posing as mild-mannered Kent? Just like right under his clothes. How does Superman's cape help him to fly? I don't think it does. How does Superman clean his costume? Oh, I don't know. Dive into a volcano or something. What is the only substance that can penetrate Superman's costume? Anything Kryptonian? Kryptonite? I don't know. What does Superman carry in his belt buckle? I don't. Maybe his. I don't know. Why are Clark Kent's clothes predominantly red and blue in color? Probably that was the color of his blankets. Where does Superman keep his Clark Kent clothes hidden while performing super deeds as the Man of Steel? I believe he has a pocket in his cape. So let's find out how I did. The blankets he was wrapped in when he came to Earth. That's what he was made out of. The material. Pa Kent untied a knot in the blanket. Oh, Pa Kent did it. And unraveled them. Baby Clark was tricked into using his heat vision to burn the super yarn. The super yarn was then rewoven into a play suit for Clark. Years later, Clark's old play suit was unraveled, combined with the leftover super yarn, and rewoven into the Superboy costume. Who sewed it? Ma Kent. How did Superboy make his boots? Superboy's boots were made from strips of rubber padding that lined the passenger compartment of the spaceship that brought him to Earth. He wrapped the padded strips around his legs and super pressured them into super boots. Okay. Where did he get his belt? I was right. That was just a guess. The seat belt. Superboy's heat vision kept melting the glass. How did he manage to solve this problem? He used heat-resistant fragments of the transparent port window from his wrecked spacecraft as lenses. Yes. The final item added was the S chest insignia. All right, I thought that, and then I went with cape. Why didn't Superboy need to make a larger costume as he grew into man? The costume stretched to fit him as he grew in size. Where does Superman keep his costume hidden when posing as mild-mannered Clark Kent? Under his Clark Kent clothes. How does Superman's cape help him fly? It doesn't. Exactly. What is the only substance that can penetrate Superman's costume? Oh, no. How does he clean his costume? He flies into the sun. Okay, that was my other guess. And lets the flame burn away in dust and dirt. I should have gone with that one. What is the only substance that can penetrate Superman's costume? Kryptonite radiation. Okay. What does Superman carry in his belt buckle? His Justice League of America signal device. Okay. Why are Clark Kent's clothes predominantly red and blue in color? Superman uses two types of fireproofing liquid to make his Clark Kent clothing friction-proof. Oh, why is his Clark Kent clothing predominantly? Oh, okay. One type indelibly dyes material blue, the other type leaves a red stain. Thus, Clark wears red suits and red ties. Okay. Where does Superman keep his Clark Kent clothes hidden while performing super deeds as the Man of Steel? In a secret pouch in his cape. The clothes don't wrinkle because they are made of special resilient fiber that bounces back into its original shape after being super compressed. So I think I did fairly well.